Just make a wish, make it happen. Hi, guys. Hi, Angela.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone.
Why is there an echo?
I don't know.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yay.
So this young lady back here is going to help me out tonight. This is Gage's girlfriend, Karen. I forgot your name for a minute. Just totally left my brain. So she's going to be hanging out with us
In other
tonight.
words, you got extra hands.
Yeah. In case I need something, she will be here.
You're breaking up, honey. And you froze. Getting movement about every 5 seconds and then a freeze up. And now you're froze.
So,
Might pop out and pop back in. I'll hold down the fort.
I,
Well, hopefully we can get that squared away. That was not expected. Just bear with us, technical difficulties. Gotta love them. So how you two doing? Hope you're doing well. Hanging in there, Kathy. My spine feels great because I'm finally through the double recovery. But the rest of my bones aren't liking the cool weather at all. And then, of course, my left hand is still jacked up, bandaged up, and pretty nerve-ending raw right now. Which I've been through it before with the pointer finger. But yeah, now I got two of them, my ring and my pinky fingers. But went to a wound care specialist, and they gave me some prescription ointment. It seems to be helping, but they've still got to go through their process. So it is what it is. But I'm slow writing, and it's looking like a 5-year-old. But I can still read it, so because my handwriting's never been that great, anyways. Yeah, I think pretty much anybody over 40, maybe even 30, at least it was for me. I don't know about the general population, but ends up with grumpy bones that don't like winter much. And I live in cold country, so not cold country, but Kansas is still pretty freaking cold. Good day, Kathy. Sandy had to pop out. I'm suspecting that she probably had to do a reboot, maybe a cache clean, I'm not sure. But she'll be back as quick as she can. And until then, I'm just kind of holding down the fort and prattling, just sitting here rattling on. We're talking about our grumpy bones. time of year. We've still got a little bit of snow on the ground, Angela. It's been gradually melting off since we've kind of warmed up a little bit. At least we're above freezing. But I don't think we have any in the forecast in the next week, but you never know. That can change in 10 minutes. You know how that goes. Yeah, I'm good at just prattling, Kathy. So, yeah, I can hold down for it. I guess that comes with years of customer service related stuff. Because even when, like, I wasn't working in customer service, if I was over at the folks' house, there was customer service because of Dad's business there at the house. He was a locksmith. So, and often since I was younger, if the driveway alarm went off, meaning somebody was pulling into the driveway, I was the one to go out the back door to see if it was something that, you know, I could handle, or was it something that Dad or Mom needed to handle. You know, I grew up that way. $30 in South Carolina tonight. We've pretty much been averaging 30s. We haven't had a 40-degree night since early November. If we're actually in a cold front, yeah, it's usually teens, 20s. Come January, you know, we'll be lucky to see 20 usually in the evening or at night. Sometimes during the day. January and February are our coldest months. So. But we get through those, and then the warm fronts gradually start becoming more and more, and spring starts getting here. But we're usually not decently into spring until about April. And then, you know, the jacket windbreaker stuff is May, June. So, yeah, still got a good bit of cold to come through. Well, that's good, Kathy. We get down to freezing a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like our spring. StreamYard is being a poop. Do you have an account with Restream? Restream? You might have to just set up another YouTube and come in on Restream. Restream is free, unlimited. Doesn't have the 20-hour limit that StreamYard has. And it's much the same in the back end. I mean, they can both have their glitchy days, but for the most part, Restream is more consistent. And it's free, not kind of free. It's whatever you want to do, if you want to adventure that far, or do we just want to try this tomorrow night or something? It's up to you, hon. Your channel, your call. Somebody screaming down the road with her horn blaring. Definitely sounded like a good roper truck. No, Kathy, my hand is still jacked up, so I'm not creating much. I'm learning to embroider with my right hand, but it's a few stitches here and there kind of thing because my right hand is having to compensate for so many things that it's not hugely happy enough to hold a needle. But I have been working on a padded glove, basically a fleece, like sweatpant material glove with extra padding in the two fingers that I can put on to start working on the remodel of my craft room. She's trying to get in. You're there, but your image is pretty. Yeah, you're still hopping around. You're frozen about 1 second out of 10. Oh, I see the look. It's like, okay, I'm so over this. Yeah, it took like 20 seconds just for your vape stuff to move out of the screen because it just froze and like stuck there. I have warming gloves. I actually have a warming, it's a heated muff that I've been keeping here by my chair because that hand does not like even being cool, let alone cold. It is not happy. Once I get to working, though, I can live with the cold, um, if my hand gets cool. But those two nerve ending raw fingers need padding in case I bump them, moving totes and stuff like that. So I'm doing enlarged finger holes because they're in bandaging. Oh, yes, they definitely help. They have the rechargeable heat gloves, and then they also have those little pocket looks like a gigantic palm stone that you can recharge, and they're hand warmers. I bought a pair of those too to stuff in my pockets. Since with bandaging, I can't wear the gloves right now. Well, you're back on screen, Sandy, but you're completely frozen. Boy, StreamYard is in a mood today. It's not cooperating at all. I'm gonna drop. Well, your face turned towards the camera and then just froze. But yeah, they definitely help, Angela. I actually bought mine off Temu, so they were, a few bucks. I got myself and my sister each a pair of the gloves, the pocket warmers, and the shoe sole. They're like an insole that is a rechargeable warmer as well. So they can warm the bottom of snow boots or shoes or whatever. I did that, because Sis ends up having to shovel snow here and at work. And me, mainly, I just needed in that left shoe to keep that pinky toe warm. Yeah, it's possible, Kathy. I figured if that was the direction that she needed to go, she'd message me. Until then, I'm just going to hold down this fort until she tells me otherwise. Because, I don't want to leave and she's still trying to make it work, because if I leave, it shuts it down. Yeah, I've seen gloves. I've seen mitts. Just kind of whichever best suits you. I've seen the warming ones with the fingers open, but a mitt that flops over, but the glove part is heated. It's just kind of whichever method, methodology, whatever would work, best for your individual situation. I thought the insoles would work well, like in our snow boots. But I won't be going out and there she is.
I think it's my computer over there. That's having a struggle.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure what to do. Is it still got the circle of doom?
Yeah. You're fine here.
Okay. That other computer, it's not loading StreamYard. Ah!
If your camera just went off.
I know. Can you still hear me?
Yep. Still hear you just fine.
Well, guys.
Do you want to try for tomorrow night, or do you want to have, while you've got Karen there, maybe switch the laptops and get everything hooked up and then do a restart on the stream? Or
just loaded the main
are you just going to have Karen bring you your jewelry and show it in bed? I don't know. Your call, honey.
Okay. That camera that's sitting there, that's on the wax bench, it's pointing down. Yep, that whole thing, and then unplug it from the computer.
I think we're on a mission, y'all.
And see if it'll work over here. Yeah,
I was like, I think I stepped funny.
no, it's this deal. Okay. So let's
Hello, Miss Joni. Welcome. Hello, Beth.
if this will work. I'm sorry, guys, but
Kathy Valentine joined us while you were gone as well.
hello, everybody. Okay, so I've got that one maybe. It doesn't want to load that camera. Let's see.
Maybe we need to try for tomorrow night and give you a chance. Well, there it went.
Okay. I don't know, guys.
I don't know, maybe cleaning the cache and, manually cleaning the cache and everything on the computer and stuff often helps. Sometimes I know every Windows 10 that I have gotten, it says it's scheduled to clean, but they do not. And I do it manually pretty much before I go on a stream, on a panel, every time to avoid or attempt to avoid conflict with StreamYard and what have you. Could be if yours are Windows 10 that,
yeah.
or if
It
they're
is.
old.
I don't know, guys. Oh shoot. I really don't know what to do. My brain does not want to make a decision.
My guess would be that if your brain doesn't want to make the decision, that probably today's not a good day for a sale, anyways. Especially having to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
You can always work on it, and hopefully get it to behave tomorrow. It's got to be a glitch in the computer because you're doing fine here, so it's not your internet or StreamYard being a punk. It's probably that system, and it just needs a thorough bath. Defrag it, clean the cache, and reboot it, and all that good stuff, and then do a test live tomorrow and make sure that it's up and behaving again.
Yeah. That's probably best, guys.
And you can work on that, if you get up later at night and you feel up to it, or tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah.
You've got time instead of having to try to scramble during an auction.
Yeah. Well, my back immediately went when everything went south, and so
Yeah, that'll give you more time without the pressure, without, and just visit with your peeps for a little while tonight and call it a night, and then focus on that in the next 24 hours.
yeah. Let's see if I can find a story to tell you guys.
Well, I know of two. You spoke of them, and I wrote them down.
Okay. Good.
Either of these trigger your brain. The squatters in your trailer.
Oh yeah.
Duct tape Halloween.
And what?
Duct tape Halloween.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
Pick one and roll with it.
Okay, which one do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear Squatters in the Trailer, or do you want to hear Duct Tape Halloween? Squatters in the Trailer 1, Duct Tape Halloween 2.
Squatters number 1, duct tape number 2. Which one do you pick, y'all? Kathy Valentine says number 1. Kathy O says number 1. Willow's going to say number 1, so she's got 3 of them. So I'd say squatters in your trailer.
Okay. You can go ahead and go, Karen, if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I'll put myself to work then.
Alrighty.
All right, Sandy, let me know if you need
Bye,
anything.
Karen. Thanks.
Let me get myself comfortable, guys, and then we'll do this.
Situate your bits.
Yep. Get my bits in the bed here.
Kathy Valentine says her chat doesn't even want to work. It doesn't want to scroll up.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, support on the
That's
back.
probably what we're going to have story time anyway, so.
Yep.
Okay, so I have to tell you the backstory to get to the front story. Backstory is I used to work at Sandia Laboratories in Albuquerque, which is a research and development laboratory for the government. They do mainly explosive arms testing and so forth. Oh my gosh, I have an even better story. Let me tell you this one. We're going to save squatters in the trailer for another day. This one's good. This one is really good. Okay, I'm working at Sandia Labs, and they have all sorts of test facilities to make sure these things that they're developing work the way that they're supposed to work. So they were working on a cask to carry nuclear material across the country to wherever they were going to bury it for the next 1,000 years. So they had to test it, taking it by truck and by train. So we had a mile-long train track, and at the end of it was a wall, literally a wall.
Goodness.
So they decided that they were going to test this, but they were going to gather up all the news media and really make it a big deal. They set up bleachers, and they got all the muckety mucks from the head office, the president of the laboratory, and all that. I remember that. Remember seeing Charles Kuralt. Do you remember him?
I remember
The news person.
Oh, yes.
There was ABC and NBC and CBS out there, and all sorts of cameras, and just a whole bunch of muckety muck people, right? Come see this train run into this wall and see what the cask did, whether it broke apart or whatever, it started leaking. So the train did not have an engine in it. They powered this train by rockets. And it was in 2 stages. There was one rocket to get the train moving, and then the booster rockets would kick in, and get it up to 70 miles an hour when it crashed into the wall. So we're sitting there, and I was working for photometrics at the time, and we set up, oh, I bet you we had 250 cameras on this thing. Every angle that you can possibly imagine, we had a camera on it. We had cameras that went through 250 feet of film in about 5 seconds. It would go, yeah, and that was it. 250 feet of film had just gone through the camera.
Wow. Let me ask this. What era was this?
Oh, there's Denise. Wait a minute. Let's get Denise in on this. There you are.
Hello.
And nothing's working right on the other computer, so we're having story time
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
instead.
save the option for hopefully
Sorry.
tomorrow night.
I had a virtual appointment with the doctor that I had to
Yeah.
connect him.
Yeah. Got to do
But you're
those.
good now. Yay. So,
Good afternoon, everything good.
where was I? Booster rockets, yada, yada, yada. I was in photometrics, set up a lot of these cameras. It was a lot of fun. And so time comes, they're going to start the train up, and everybody's sitting down in the bleachers and waiting for this train to go whizzing by and smack into this wall, and had a big berm behind it. So they fired off the first rockets, and the train just sat there, and the ground just started going. We're looking at each other going, what the hell, man? I mean, we had done that before, probably 20 times, and the train was supposed to move. The ground's just shaking. Everybody's looking at each other like, what the hell? Isn't it supposed to go someplace? Well, maybe this is what it's supposed to do, right? And I'm going, no, this is not what it's supposed to do. Anyway, maybe 30 seconds later, stage 2 rockets set off. Well, now the ground is really rumbling with these, and the train is just sitting there vibrating. It's not moving an inch. And I'm laughing my ass off. In fact, all of us were laughing because these guys that were setting up that muckety muck thing thought that they were just hot stuff. The ground shaking, people are looking at each other. The bleachers are full of people, muckety muck people. Things don't move when you have the brakes on. Somebody forgot to take the brakes off of the engine, and it
Oh, good
just
Lord.
sat there and rumbled like World War III was about to commence. The train never moved. It just, the whole ground just shook. It was funny. Embarrassed? Oh my gosh, the laboratories have never been that embarrassed in their lives. It was hilarious. So, needless to say, the guy that was supposed to release the brakes, I don't know whether he had a job come Monday morning, but it was funnier than hell.
Whoever was supposed to take those brakes off, you can bet they got hauled in and reamed.
Oh my gosh.
Reamed.
The pressure of the day, I can see somebody not remembering to take the brakes off.
Yeah,
You know?
but it's the corporate world, and you better have your head and take the freaking brakes off, or yeah, the rumble's gonna come down on your head.
But awesome brakes. You're right. I mean, I couldn't imagine those brakes holding under both stages of the rockets. But
Yeah.
it never moved an inch. Never moved an inch.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit if the train company and the company that constructs their brakes didn't want that footage to show in their own world as to how good the brakes are. These boys just survived 2 booster rocket shakes.
No kidding. Then they rescheduled it for about 3 weeks later. Nobody showed up.
Yeah.
The press didn't come back. The higher ups and the company didn't come out. Nothing. It was just like a regular test day.
Yeah.
It
They weren't
worked.
going to speed up again.
You know, I used to have pictures of it somewhere, but I think they've gotten lost in the moves. But
Shuffle.
yeah, that was one of the funniest days.
How is Kent?
Kent is doing fantastic.
Awesome. That's what I want to
Here.
He's absolutely doing fantastic.
Right.
I can't believe how good that he's doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what... Sorry
He-
about that. I had to ask.
I think he's going to probably be able to get that port out and get off of dialysis at some point
Fantastic.
because his kidneys seem to be coming back.
Oh,
That is
great.
Yeah.
That is
That's
fabulous.
I've never seen a grown man get so excited about peeing in my life, but yeah.
I have. My dad.
And
Been there, done that.
when you can't, and then you can,
Yep.
yeehaw.
Yeah.
Well, my dad, he had an enormous aneurysm in his aorta, and it caused function issues in the lower half of his torso and his extremities, aka didn't pee well, had kidney issues, had prostate issues, and then ended up in a wheelchair until he could get the surgery, which from diagnosis to surgery was 1.5 years of tests and pre-op and all of that. And I kept him alive. I kept him stable. I could smell when a UTI was setting in because he had chronic UTIs, and I could nip it in the bud before he ever started even burning. But he did go through phases of burning, UTI pain. And when he had that done, he wasn't able to sit up by himself for 4 months after surgery. I slept on the sofa in a back brace. If he said he had to go, he had to go because, BPH, when you got to go, you got to go. And when he got up and got to moving, and he would go to the old Walmart that we had here, they had the snack bar thing in it and everything. He would go walk around the store and hang out with these cronies for a little while in the snack shop, drinking coffee, go do another walk through Walmart, all the way around the perimeter in the store, because this was winter when he was recovering, and he got to where he didn't have as many problems anymore because the BPH medication actually started working for him once he had blood flow to his extremities again and everything. And yeah, he could be normal again, at least normal for, a BPH patient. But there was no pain. And so, yeah, I totally get the whole, I never, thought in my life that I'd see such excitement in being able to pee. So, yeah, I totally get it. Yeah. Been there, done that.
Dog people get excited when, our dogs poop and that.
Yeah.
Because we don't want them to poop or pee in the ring. So, we'll come back in. Yeah, they pooped and peed. But not so much human beings,
Yeah. I am
Yeah, it's
feeling
always a hushed thing.
that.
Dad was super shy about anything
Oh,
like that.
that's
But
exciting. It
I told him,
really
I said, I gotta know, so I know whether you're progressing or whether we need to, go see people, I need to know. And it's
Yeah.
just bodily function. We've all got it, you know.
Nate,
It took me,
what
do
were
what,
you
honey?
saying?
How is
Denise
Marty?
was trying to say something.
To know how Marty is. She doing good?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay. She's with her son or daughter.
Her daughter. Well, actually, um, both her son and her daughter, two of her sons and her daughter live in the same house. It's like there's a full house in the basement and a full house up above. So
Oh, I got you. Well, good. I'm glad she's with her family.
That's
yeah,
one is a
yeah.
stacked duplex.
That's
Set
probably
So
good.
out there on top of each other.
How
I
how are you?
uh, I've had better days. I'm
Bet you've had
okay.
um
Um,
doing really well.
I'm
She's
gonna get Kent a T-shirt that says "I peed today."
yeah, yeah. He will get a kick out of that. He'll wear it too.
Yeah,
He will wear that thing proudly. I peed today.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Denise?
I said Darlene is doing real well.
Oh, good, good.
She's doing very well. Um, everything went well, so she's doing really good. I talked to her today for just a little bit. Um, let's see what else has happened. Um, I have Sonia's making progress slowly but surely, so that's a good thing.
Sonia?
Yes,
Aussie Sonia?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
yes,
Oh, thank goodness.
She came
yes.
out of the coma after 2 years.
Almost 3.
I hadn't heard. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Slowly but surely, she's making progress. It's very, very slow,
Baby
but
steps.
it's steady.
But she's alive and she's with
Yes,
it.
yes.
That is
She,
amazing.
For you guys that don't know about Sonia, she lives in Australia and she was in a rental house with black mold. And she kept complaining that there was black mold in it and nobody really paid attention to her, did they, Denise?
no,
And they
And
couldn't, she couldn't get
can't.
diagnosed.
Very toxic.
When she
Yeah.
went to the hospital, because
Yeah.
she couldn't eat, she kept throwing up so much. They thought she was bulimic.
Yes.
So they would put her in the mental ward, without any doors in the bathroom and that, and
Yeah.
humiliate her.
Yeah.
And she's screaming, "No, I am not bulimic. There's something wrong." And that went on for,
A
was that
while.
about 2 years?
That went on for a while.
Yeah. It's a pretty long
And,
saga.
until she was, just a minute away from dying.
Yes.
And there was a doctor that believed her.
Yep.
And
She has fought long and hard.
man,
I mean, they put her in a mental ward. She'd stay sick. No footage of any kind. No witnessing of any kind of her showing any bulimic tendencies
No,
at
she
all.
was very. By the time they got to her, she was extremely, extremely sick to the point of death.
Yeah. And she
And
ultimately ended up in a coma for 2 years.
almost 3.
Her
Pretty
daughter,
close. Because she was in the hospital where they were starting to treat her. When they started to believe her before Alvin passed away. And it's been almost 3 years. It soon will be. So,
yeah,
yeah, it's been like 2.5 years. This woman has been in a coma fighting for her life.
yeah,
And she still has a very, very long road. Very, very long. So y'all keep her in her prayers. She does have children. She has 2 that are grown and 3 that are still under 18. So,
yeah.
yeah. So y'all just keep her in a
I just can't imagine how frustrating that would be to go to the hospital or go to the doctor and say, I'm sick. I know I'm
oh
really sick.
yeah, they sent her
And
home for a
yeah,
long time.
Yeah.
They kept sending her
They just
home.
keep sending her back home to that moldy apartment.
Yeah, it
That
was.
that that'd be a huge, huge lawsuit.
Yeah,
The pain and suffering, the years,
she.
the medical bills.
I don't know how things work over there.
Me neither.
We're talking about a totally different country.
Yeah,
Laws are different.
but
Than uh,
I hope
lots of
whatever that
yeah.
outcome is, not her health, but
She's
the
gonna
other,
yeah, it's gonna be good. She's gonna everything's
will.
gonna. God has already given us a miracle, just giving her back.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Just being to communicate a little bit with. She has a. I can send her messages, and then I can get a message back.
yeah,
Not all the time. Not like it's not every day by no means, but
yeah. When she can.
progress. Yeah, it's progress. It's progress.
Yeah,
They're
that's huge
having to.
progress from where she was last time I heard, because she was
Yes,
still in coma. I hadn't heard she had gotten out.
lots of things. Yeah. So
How
like I
long
said,
ago?
she needs our prayers very desperately.
Yeah, definitely.
Please
How long
pray.
ago did she come out?
Oh,
Week, 2
probably.
weeks, a month?
Yeah, it's recent. It's recent. Very recent.
So probably within the last
So,
month.
oh yeah.
where she's been in coma for a couple of years. She's probably she's gonna have to relearn how to speak and possibly talk, walk. You know, a lot of the basic, basic things.
She has a very, like I said, she's got a very long road ahead.
Yeah.
But we're good.
Kathy V is asking, do you know what hospital she is in?
No, I do not. And I can't, even if I knew the name, I couldn't release the name.
Without permission of the family, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you two can get together and have that discussion privately and go from there.
I'd have to do that because I can't.
Yeah, it wouldn't be something you put out.
The information that I'm giving you is just overall need prayers. Yeah. I mean, what Sandy said is fine. That's known throughout the community anyway. That's not a biggie. But anything now, I can't divulge anything except making slow, very, 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 very slow progress.
Yeah.
But progress.
Baby steps, but it's steps. Whereas before, she wasn't stepping at all. So, we'll take it.
Well, Miss Sandy, have you been sleeping at least?
A little bit, yeah.
No more raid? You hadn't had any more raid?
Raid?
Yeah, any more popo?
Oh.
No more popo?
No.
No more popo.
No more CPS showing up. For kids that randomly played in her yard one afternoon. And
come take my kids. Well, I got my new watch today.
Oh boy.
Yay.
And?
But I have no clue how to do anything with it.
That's why you look it up. You'll learn.
None. I have no.
Is this like a Home Buddy or a Medical Alert watch?
Oh, I got wrong camera.
Oh, yeah.
No. Come on.
That's what I said.
No.
You can look it up.
Yeah.
It's got speedometers on it.
Yeah. And, it will keep track of my blood pressure, my O2 saturation, and track my sleep.
Oh.
And it has a flashlight and a camera on it.
Dang. So it's a medical maintenance watch, not a medical alert watch.
I'll tell you what, Dick Tracy don't have nothing on me.
There you go.
Does he tell you when you pee? Kent might want one of those.
I got a super watch, man. Yeah.
And Superwoman.
Cool.
So as soon as I learn how to do something with it, does it tell time? I don't know, Kathy.
They usually do.
So I bet you if I had Alexa, it would turn on the dishwasher, you know?
Yeah.
Hello, JK. Welcome.
Hey, JK.
No. Tell time. Why would you have a watch to tell time? I have a watch to check my blood pressure and my O2. And
I have my phone for the watch, but I got my watch too. I like having my old school. I like to tell time with a watch.
Well, I kind of think this one will tell time too, but
It's a watch. They usually do, but then yeah, they do all that other stuff. I know somebody that has one, so yeah.
oh dear. I didn't think it was going to be quite as big as it is, but that's all right.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. I like
Yeah, but
having.
it's not a bad thing to have a larger screen so you can freaking see what it's saying.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
So,
I think with those, especially with the elderly, they do tend to do the larger screens. Just so you can
The
freaking see it, maybe.
elderly. Oh my goodness. Will.
Okay, disabled. Whatever. I'd have to have the large screen, and
Will, I'm
I'm 20
kidding.
years younger.
Will, I'm kidding. I'm
Do what,
making a
honey?
joke.
I know.
Oh, chill. It's okay. Sandy knew it.
I'm being sarcastic.
You good at that?
My sister never gets my sarcasm either.
I gotta laugh at a Sandy. Good deal.
Kathy Valentine says that her sister's watch helps her find her freaking phone.
yeah, this will do that too.
Listen,
Now,
I
if
don't
it
lose.
when it
Phone goes everywhere I go. I done been. Do you know how many times I've been chastised because I had my phone? I said, "Well, why don't you just glue it?" Okay. Ain't chance
when
phone. I done had to call somebody to go over and check on you, make sure you're all right. You're supposed to have that phone where you can answer it. I'm like, dang, no.
I want a phone that will tell me where I left my brain, or a watch, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what most of the time is my brain.
Mine
Yeah,
would be going
No,
in
auctions
all the time.
guys, due to technical difficulties, just couldn't get the computers working right, and my bank was going into spasms, so I decided not to do that tonight.
well, I'm glad you did and you paid attention. Maybe that was God's way of telling you you need to not do it.
Yeah,
So what you really need
possibly.
is get off of here and just rest and chill out for a little while. Get you something to eat, something to drink, and just try to sleep. Ah,
Yep.
you already tired and you ain't doing nothing but laying there. Uh-huh.
She said she was tired before the show started, so
I know. You had to be because she tired just laying there. I can see it. Because I love you. That's why I can see
yeah, but it was fun hearing her little story about the little engine that couldn't.
it. But I moved the darn things and took the brake off.
Oh dear. I tell you, I've never felt the ground shake like it did with that train sitting there rumbling.
I bet.
And we were probably about at least a half a mile away from it.
It would surprise me one bit if there wasn't earthquake reports going out that ended up falsified because of the testing.
I wouldn't want
But
to
they had
be
to
on.
connect those dots.
I wouldn't want to be on them bleachers with that ground shaking.
No.
Me neither.
I'm
I've seen
getting out.
bleachers collapse. It ain't pretty.
Do you remember Charles Kuralt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only
Yeah.
one that I can remember, by name that was there. But
Oh,
um, there were others from other networks, reporters.
yeah.
Yeah. They
It
probably
was,
had one for each of the big three.
yeah, it was hilarious. I mean, to us, it was hilarious. To the lab, it was a real big faux pas
Oh yeah.
because they never got anybody out again like that.
You know, listen, you can be smart without no common sense.
I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't want to be at the site of a testing for anything related to nuclear, whether there was nuclear involved or not. There was jet fuel, you know? I mean, if they forget to take the brake off the train, they might forget to tighten the bolts on the jet propulsion, you know?
I would have been there.
Just saying.
Enough.
Yeah,
I
if
would
they're
have been.
testing, that means they haven't perfected it yet. And there's
Well, I
guaranteed flaw.
been,
I don't want to be there.
Yeah, I'd have been there.
Me,
Oh, I would. Like I said, I'm just that crazy. I'd have been there. Shoot. Heck yeah, I'd have been there. I'm just.
Well, guys, I think we'll call it a night, and we'll try and do this auction again tomorrow night. I'll try and
Groundhog
get
Day.
through my computer and
Bring you
clean
back.
out whatever I need to clean out, and roto root it, and spick and span it, and Mr. Clean it, and
Give it an
whatever.
enema.
Yeah, you get some Pine Sol and shake it on there and see what I can do.
Check the virus.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I hope the story made up for not having the auction, but
Your stories are all good. We love them. That you know. Hey, Miss Joni. Miss Joni says she need a watch like that. Always losing her phone.
yeah, yeah.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary P. I love
Yeah,
you. I love you guys.
got people in here for the auction, no auction. So we're gonna try it tomorrow. So uh, it'll be better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you guys want a little preview of what's coming up? Maybe.
That's entirely up to you. Actually, myself, I would rather you catch some rest and not overdo now trying to do a preview.
Well, I'm just gonna show them a little bit, just to
Okay.
get
Get their juice flowing.
whistles wet.
Yeah.
She's going to
All
throw
right.
some teasers at you, y'all.
Yeah, I am.
Just let her do what she gotta do.
Yeah.
I done learned that's the best way.
Apparently, I haven't.
Obvious.
Doesn't mean I don't try.
I know you do, honey, but you know she.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-mm.
It's an alpha chick thing.
Yeah, it is.
I get it because I'm just as stubborn.
Yeah. I'll just show you
Yeah,
some rings.
I learned to fight my battle. Which
I'm
one?
one of those that I can have two more bolts that I need to put in or whatever, and I'm going, I need to eat. My sugar numbers are dropping, but I think I can put those two bolts in when, my
Oh,
brain is starting to go into,
but ooh, 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 ooh. Yes. Hold
look
him on.
at that.
Ah.
There we go.
Uh-oh. Look at her go. Ooh. Yep. Yep. I like it.
Just tease you a little bit with those.
like it a lot.
So
Stuff. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, looky what I just found, Sandy. Number
what's
19, bypass ring with 17-point diamond, $470.
okay?
So it's a
That's
17 point. I don't
17
have carrots, but I got points.
Yep. That's this one here.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you showed it, and I was like, wait, I do have that documented. I know. So I went looking, and I was like, yep, there it is.
Awesome.
My brain was
So
on the ametrine tanzanite instead of the diamond because they're similar style.
yeah,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
bypass me. So
Mhm.
all
Yes.
of those, for some reason, I made a size 8, but you know, a couple of them are adjustable. So
Yeah.
anyway, guys,
Locked on number 8.
ah, yeah, I am pooped. You're right.
I know. I already told
Golden
you.
years. They said these were the golden years, but I got a feeling somebody gave me a lump of coal instead of gold.
Honey,
Just,
they lied. They just flat out lied.
yeah, I think so.
Mm.
Ain't no
I've been
gold.
told that golden years kind of is a term for your piss on it years.
Oh,
AKA golden. Yeah.
Well, Sandy got the piss on it. You.
Yeah, you get frustrated because you can't do, and you're just like, well, piss on it. And that's golden years. Yeah. I'm
got
more
it.
inclined to believe that than I am the sugar coated, rose colored
Yeah,
glass kind of
That's when.
golden years.
That's when you reach your age you really don't care and you say
that's
whatever.
right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No
All
Jim
right.
more,
Crazy become
no more
politically correct.
filter.
All right.
All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day, and we're going to try this nonsense tomorrow. So let's see how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah.
So Willow from
Emporia, Kansas.
and Denise.
Gumbratch, Georgia, I love you guys. God bless each one of you. Mwah.
And I'm sitting here at Geezer Creek Farms without my best friend, but he's coming home soon.
Yeah.
In Farron, Utah, guys, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Remember, don't just make a wish, make it happen. All right. I'm going to
Bye.
say, Farron out.
Bye, everyone.